Hello. We're making this because we enjoy drafting and we want to help other people get better at draft and enjoy it too. I am Adam. I will be your host of this. Joining me in the top right of my screen is Chris Jones.
Hello.
He is my co-host, and this is the third episode of Limited Experience, a Magic draft series that he and I are creating for YouTube. We are primarily going to be doing this on Magic Online, as I've said before. Today we will be doing a Ixalan Draft League. My card artwork is unfortunately still messed up, so some of the card artwork will not be what the card actually is. If that's the case, Chris and I will do our best to talk through what the cards are.
And make jokes about it.
At my expense, usually.
Always.
This will be divided up into 4 videos. The draft followed by... the draft and deck building together as one video, followed by the 3 individual matches.
First 1, then 2, then 3. I mean, you gotta specify, Adam. You gotta be specific.
Not that specific, Chris. So right now we're just waiting to get in the queue.
Okay.
So I've done a little bit more of the set since our last video. I think vampires are probably the best tribe off of what you can usually get together, because you'll mostly be working with commons and uncommons, but even less so that. And from a common and some uncommon point of view, I think vampires are the best.
Because Anointer Priest is great. If that's what I'm thinking of, I might have just named
Anointed
the wrong
Deacon?
card and made a fool of myself. That's the word I'm looking for. Anointed Deacon.
Yeah, he's the 3/3 that gives a vampire plus 2/0 when it's attacking.
Yes.
One
Anointed
vampire.
Priest is somebody else.
Is that the one that gains you 4 life?
No, it's actually from Amonkhet.
Oh, yeah, okay.
It's like something's wrong here.
All right.
Oh, here we go.
So we have a mythic. It's worthless. It's Axis of Immortality. You can have
Axis of Mortality, actually, but yeah.
you can have 2 people change their life totals.
So we're not taking that.
No, we will not be.
What else do we have here? Let's
Duress is
see.
wrong. I was looking through, thinking of... We don't have an artwork on Axis of Mortality, and Duress is wrong. Overall, this pack is pretty good in terms of where the artwork goes.
And there's a Foil Mountain, which is an obvious first pick, but there might be something else hiding deeper in here.
I think the actual first pick is Vanquish.
I can see that.
I've liked black in this set so far, and...
If we wield the Bishop Soldier, we will not be disappointed.
Oh, absolutely not. But more... Ixalan has been less about staying open in colors as it is staying open in tribes. So picking something like Vanquish the Weak that could go in vampires or pirates is better than picking something like Bishop Soldier, which is really only good in vampires.
I like Bishop Soldier and anything running white because it's just a solid bear with upside, but however you roll.
And there's a second Bishop Soldier and a Queen's Commission. I like both of these cards.
I've been impressed with Queen's Commission lately.
I like the Lightning Red Crew. I think it's pretty good.
I'd be willing to go pirates, but then again, I frequently do pirates, so kind of want to experiment.
Yeah, I haven't been vampires yet. But just in my experience, earlier when I said it's the best, just in my experience of like playing against it and watching other people play like in tournaments and stuff. I like Stormfleet Pyromancer. I think we take the Bishop Soldier.
I can roll with that.
My only problem is, if we take Bishop Soldier, we're passing a good vampire card.
Yeah. But Bishop Soldier, I think, is also fine outside of just pure vampires. If we're in white, it feels weird to not run a Bishop Soldier if we have it. What is our fancy rare there?
That's the wrong artwork. This is Dark Confidant.
Ah.
That's
Which,
the
for
third
those of you
pick,
who don't
Anointed
know,
Deacon.
isn't technically a Dark Confidant, but Anointed Deacon is really great. I would be willing to go with that. Queen's Agent I also like as a top-in, but no one else seems to like it. So it would likely come back.
I think we'll stick with the vampire plan for now, because it's seeming we saw 3 good vampires in a row.
Mm-hmm.
Granted, one of them was our first pack, and we didn't even take it, but still.
Funny. Well, funny that.
I think we might want the Keeper out of this pack. The Blight Keeper.
I don't really want either of these, but it's either Blight Keeper or the Cutthroat.
Yeah.
Because we don't need the Altar's Reap. Or the whatever it's called now. I like Wanted Scoundrels, but not too much.
I have been beaten by them more often than I care to admit.
I can testify that I've seen you been beaten by them many a time. But I want to live the dream again of getting Direfleet Interloper turn 4, revealing Direfleet Interloper, revealing Direfleet Interloper. That was a fun day.
3/3 menaces off of.
Yep.
We'll go with the Wanted Scoundrels. I like Mark of the Vampire a lot. I think it's just a.
I do too.
We'll take it for now. Is there anything else in this pack worth talking about before we just...
I like Deadeye Tormentor, and is that Pirate's Cutlass? I can't tell because the art's wrong.
It's Sentinel Totem, the
Sentinel
one
Totem,
that
okay.
exiles all cards from graveyard.
Yeah, we don't want that.
Not
I was
at all.
hoping it was a Pirate's Cutlass because we wanted a Pirate's Cutlass.
Oh,
even
if
if
it was a Pirate's Cutlass, that'd be a snap pick.
I still like Cobbled Wings.
I was about to say the same thing. I like the Cobbled Wings here. I don't think... Duress, while it's a very good constructed card, is sideboard material and limited.
Yeah, and there's a Merfolk on the art, which means we can't do it at all. Because it's the same art as Windstrider.
Second
Anointed Deacon?
Although I think it's a flavor fail that Mark of the Vampire doesn't turn it into a vampire.
Okay, Luis Scott Vargas, but it's also a reprint, so...
Oh, is it?
Yeah, it's from one of the old core sets. I can check on a side tab. It's from one of the M sets.
No.
Mark of the Vampire, M14, it was M13 originally, yeah. And then Sword versus Tybalt, then M14.
It still should make him a vampire. It'd be really neat if the so this is our first pack.
Foil Mountain. In all honesty, though, I don't want any of these, but we can do Duress for sideboard tech or Prosperous Pirates on the off chance we get forced into blue-black.
Yeah, we only have Bishop Soldic for white right now.
Yeah.
But we have 2 Anointed Deacons, which really means we want to be vampires, so I want to try to stay that if I can. But I thought it'd be really neat if the 4 auras that all give 2/2 keyword also converted them into the relevant creature type. Like one with the wind turned them into a merfolk.
How could one of them turn it into a dinosaur?
I thought there was a green one that gave 2/2 trample.
We're about to find out. I don't want any of these, but either Demystify for the sideboard or Encampment Keeper and just trash it.
Hey, your friend the Queen's Agent came back around.
I made a correct call. I never do that. Yeah, I don't want any of those. Still don't want any of those.
But like Swashbuckling, 2/2 haste, it makes sense if it turned it into a pirate too.
Yeah.
Mark of the Vampire would make sense if it turned it into a vampire. One with the wind, arguably, but
no, because Merfolk is a species.
Yeah.
And I'm really working to try and find this pirate one that doesn't exist.
Dinosaur, the green one. I might be misremembering.
Yeah.
Is there not a green aura?
There is, but it's not that. We've got New Horizons, and that's it.
Okay. Is there a white one? We got a second.
There are white auras. Oh. Second unplayable rare. Woohoo!
Also
Is it a
vampire.
Snap Pirates Cutlass or a Snap Slash of Talons?
Probably the Cutlass.
Yep.
Deadeye Plunder is super good, but we're not really in a deck that would want it at all.
And the art's wrong. We don't want to confuse those of us that can't really see much because the res is weird. Also, I think the only white aura is Pious Interdiction.
Okay.
So, there's that.
No, the thing that... do we just want a second Pirates Cutlass? Or the Contract Killing?
If we didn't already have the first Pirates Cutlass, I would say go there. But if we look at our removal and don't find any,
Vanquish.
Vanquish the Wii. Or wait, Oh, okay. We
We
find
have a
one.
Vanquish.
Well, if we look at the wheels here, Pirates Cutlass shouldn't wheel because
Pirates
it's
Cutlass
colorless
will
and
not
goes
come back.
most everywhere else. Contract Killing might. I don't find it highly likely.
Think it will. Because it seems like
But-
there's a handful of black drafters, and it's one of 2 black cards in this deck. Or pack. The other being Skittering Heartstopper, which is much, much better than. So I think the pick is Contract Killing, but that makes me sad to let a Pirates Cutlass go.
I can roll with that.
Vampire Conquistador, who's kind of bad, but really amusing.
Or Territorial Hammerskull. We don't care that it's not a vampire. It's one
Yeah.
of the best 3-drops in the set.
I'd believe it.
Especially at common.
Yeah.
Because it really feels like an uncommon.
A foil Overflowing Insight. Target player draws 7.
A foil unplayable. Ooh, what's that other thing? Thematic
The
Compass?
Thematic Compass. It's the one that becomes Maze of Ith. Which
Yep.
I actually think is the pick here.
Really? What else do we have here? Let's see. I think...
We have a Duress and a
Yeah.
March.
I hate to say it, but I think I agree with you, and that feels weird.
I'm a reasonably good Magic player.
Yeah, and I'm not, so why would I agree with you?
Alright. I'm just getting these in a stack together.
As long as we don't have to explain the stack, because I hate explaining the stack.
Yeah, it's probably the single most difficult thing to explain to new Magic players.
You're forgetting layers.
But you don't explain layers to new Magic players.
You don't explain layers to pro players.
Exactly.
You don't explain layers to the design team. You don't even tell people that the game has layers, unless it's like onions or ogres, or parfaits. Is that a Fathom Fleet Cutthroat I see up there?
It is, and I think it's the pick.
There's also a Dowsing Dagger and an Unclaimed Territory.
We're not vampires enough for me to one Unclaimed Territory.
We have, what, 2
5.
non-vampires that matter?
We have 4 vampires. And 1, 2, 3, 4 not vampires. Currently.
Fine.
I could see it being the Dowsing Dagger, but I think it's Cutthroat.
Yeah. I'll have to agree with you.
Do we want a second Queen's Agent?
Or do we want a second Cutthroat? Because our 4-drop slot is less than our 5-drop slot, which is kind of odd.
That's fair. I'll take it.
We need to have like a theme song or something that'll play in the background when we're not talking and it's just doing nothing because people are being boring and slow play. If only we knew people who had like graduate level music degrees or were working on a voiceovers degree or something.
Like, your parents.
Or Adam. Or Alan, whichever one you are.
Queensbay Soldier? It's a vampire.
That is indeed a vampire. And we get to make Beyonce jokes.
I don't know what the pick is here.
I think the one that's most likely to end up in our deck is Plains.
That's probably true. That being said,
Blightkeeper?
I think Blightkeeper sideboard.
Because we're not quite that baddie.
We already have one. Such a weird creature type. It's a bat imp.
Yeah, I don't know exactly how that works, but I guess I'm not a biologist, so I don't want to check those things.
I guess it's a Costly Plunder here. I don't like it, but I think that's
don't
right.
think any of these are going to go in our deck, so I guess it's Costly Plunder.
Costly Plunder is more to make our deck than Spreading Rot is, which was the other black card in the pack. Which is 5, black 4, destroy a land, and the land's controller loses 2.
That's close enough. Actually, some of that sounds wrong, but I'll find out.
All of that.
It's 4 and a black for a kill a land, its controller loses 2, so close enough.
I was right on. It's exactly what
You
I said.
said 5 and a black.
No, I said it's 5 mana, 4 and a black.
Oh, I must have not been paying attention like usual. Okay, maybe we should have another rule at the beginning that we're not going to sing. So let's just sort of get that out of the way there now.
I wasn't singing, I was humming.
I would have agreed with the not singing part, but
I actually
rest of it's debatable.
I like Bright Reprisal well enough.
Yeah.
It's not fantastic, but it's serviceable.
No, it's not the best card in Legacy. That'd be a different card in that pack. But do we want the Sunrise Seeker for just another big old 6-drop explore keyword?
I think we might, and it's a 5-drop. It's white 4.
Really? Cool.
Yeah.
Honestly, I'm impressed that I can see it from over here, considering it's a 2-hour drive and I just having to guess from over here, but...
So, we want to open a Vona, right?
I mean, don't we always want to open a Vona? Because she's kind of really good and limited, as a person who's lost to her multiple times.
Is it a she? I thought it was a he.
Yes. Vona is a she, Mauvrin is a he, as stated in the Magic story.
Okay. And then all those are just kind of essentially 4 specs. So I think you may have been right. We should have been blue-black pirates. I'm willing to admit that.
Ha! Ooh, do I smell another unplayable rare? Yes, I
do. The third one that is in our colors and worthless.
And in our flavor. They're all vampire cards.
Yeah.
Is it the Inspiring Cleric, or is it the whatever's next to it that has possibly wrong art that I can't really see?
No, that is the correct art. Rallying Roar.
Oh, weird.
You just get plus 1 on untap.
It's probably either the Inspiring Cleric or the Legion's Judgment.
I think it's a Cleric. We both know it's not the Legion's Conquistador, and that's the important thing.
Yeah.
I think it's the Queen's Commission here, actually.
I agree with you also.
Just scanning through. This is the 3rd incorrect artwork for Variant Sun's Avatar.
It's been a different one?
Yes, it's been different every single time I've seen it, but all of them have been wrong.
Good. So I think it's still probably Queen's Commission.
Oh, yeah.
Unless we really like Emissary of Sunrise. But
I mean, it is pretty.
It is a pretty gorgeous foil.
But even so. Did the packs just break weird? Because we've gotten, like, 4 serviceable vampires in a row. And a Vanquish.
That's quite possible. I could believe that.
That being said, I think this pick is Paladin of the Bloodstained over the Skyblade.
Mm-hmm. But remember, when in doubt, foil it out. Also, hear me out. We can ditch white, splash blue and red, and then take this Direfleet Captain and make a Pirates deck.
No.
Oh. Well, I tried.
Ironically, despite what I just said, I think this pick is the Legion Conquistador because the fact that he's a vampire is helpful to us. and like that's the extent of why I want to pick it, but nonetheless.
And I mean, he's sort of a Squadron Hawks, but worse.
Like, we don't want another Sunrise Seeker because we have 5/5s. And basically nothing else. I could actually argue a Demystify on the sideboard.
I thought we already had a Demystify board.
I don't think so.
Oh. Well, he must have been bored and not paying attention.
Someone's going to be very happy with the second Deadeye Plunderer.
Yeah, and it would have been us, but no, we had to stay vampires.
Seeker Squire?
It's a creature and it's reasonably playable. But remember, Hierophant's Chalice has a vampire theme to it, and that gives us a bonus. Slash of Talons? Because we don't really want 2 Cobbled Wings.
Yeah, I would think so.
Because vampires are not necessarily an equipment deck.
I have actually enjoyed Raider's Wake. It's the,
Whenever they discard a card, they drain 2.
and then raid, make them discard.
I mean, there are worse cards in this pack. But I don't know that there are sincerely better cards, so...
One Demystify might be better.
Dang it, I still thought we already had one of those on the board.
We don't.
Yeah, we still don't. Oh, and I know.
A second Queen's Agent seems wrong.
Seems unnecessary. I can roll Raider's Wake.
And then we're going to need to make a couple cuts because we're up to 26.
Could be worse. Could be a cube when you have to cut down from 37.
I mean, I guess it has to be the Aerosaur, right?
Because the Aerosaur is really good.
It's super good, actually, and it was also the only thing in our colors.
And if we put Mark of the Vampire on it, Moto might not notice that it's not a vampire. It'll just pull the wool over the computer's eyes.
And we'd throw 2 Anointed Deacons on it and have a, what would that be, 9/6 flying lifelink?
Sounds like a plan to me. Don't listen to us, Moto. Just ignore us for now.
That is not how Magic works, actually.
Judge, my co-host is being unfun and boring.
I think we want a Blight Keeper over an Encampment Keeper. That being said, I'm pretty sure we don't want either of them, but...
Yeah.
I'm just thinking of cuts to make. Now is a time where I would think we have enough vampires to take the Unclaimed Territory.
But Mark the Vampire still has vampire in the name.
But
and if tribal was still a mechanic, it could be a tribal enchantment or a vampire. Or we could just take the Unclaimed Territory and ignore me.
I mean, I usually ignore you. Why would I stop now?
I don't know, but you've done some strange things in the past.
I think we might want to lose the Sunrise Seeker now. We ended up... we only have 16 creatures total. That seems wrong to cut a creature then. Okay, let's look at our not creatures while we wait.
I don't want any of those. I guess that's why they're at the end.
Should be 2 more. Because we have Queen's Commission, but that's
Slash of Talons. They're feeding Slash of Talons.
Bright Reprisal. Got it.
Okay.
So of these 9, we need to make 2 cuts? 3. Probably.
Okay, so Thematic Compass. I can't see any of those other ones.
I'll make them bigger in a second.
Cool.
Once the draft finishes up. Okay. Group creatures separately. Put this up here. There we go. Can you see those okay?
Yeah, I can see them enough. I can't read any of the words, but oh well.
So
Yes.
I'm thinking of what we want to cut.
Well, let's see. What do we have down there?
I think we should lose the Blightkeeper.